Hi students, hope all of you are doing well and your preparation for various competitive exams is also going good. I welcome all of you for this special and informative session on Regional Rural Banks RRB Recruitment Notification 2019. As you must be knowing this one, last week only this notification was out, but deliberately I am taking this class after 1 week. Because most of the students were very busy and seriously brushing up for SBI clerical examination. Yesterday and day before yesterday, most of the students have completed their preliminary examination. Alright, for that reason only, I have given this 1 week gap so that you can watch this video peacefully. Alright, so then some students are going to take that one next week also, next Saturday and Sunday. Anyway students, I congratulate all the students who have completed their preliminary examination satisfactorily, because the questions were only up to moderate level and most of our students have done it pretty well. And by the way students, I would like to share this one with you. We have like video classes, online, pen drive and SD card mode. Most of you must be knowing this one, and now we have more than 10,000 students across the country, more than 10,000 plus across the country. Alright, so most of them, as far as the feedback is concerned, most of our students have done the prelims well and now they have started their preparation for SBI clerical mains examination. Alright, anyway students, coming to this notification, in this class, what we are going to do, I am going to give you the strategy, how to start your preparation, how to go for this RRB, POs and clerical. In fact, they have notified for, or they have been notifying for Group A and Group B vacancies together. Group A means Scale 1, Scale 2 and Scale 3. Must be knowing this one. Group B is assistants. Okay, assistant is nothing but clerical cadre. And Scale 1 is nothing but more or less equal to PO, probationary officer in any other nationalized bank. Anyway students, as far as the vacancies are concerned, right, if you take out this Scale 2 and Scale 3, around 8,400 plus vacancies are there, and if you include them also, more than 9,200 vacancies are there. But before going for that one, I would like to answer one question. Many students, not only now, but previously also, whenever this notification is out, students generally ask, sir, is it worth enough to apply for this job? We have many doubts about this one. What are these regional rural banks? How our career is going to be in these banks? Is it worth enough? Like on the whole, I can say, right? Is it worth enough to apply for this one? How our career would be in this one? And what would be the, when it is equivalent to other banks, what is the cadre? In that way, many questions they are posing. We are getting hundreds of mails. We got, I think, more thousands of mails last 1 week. See students, one thing, let me make it very clear to you. Regional rural banks are also very good banks to work in or to work with, because regional rural banks are sponsored by some nationalized banks only. And as far as the cadre is concerned, Scale 1, just now I told you, Scale 1 is equal to PO vacancy. Alright, assistant is equal to clerical vacancy in any other nationalized banks. Then this one Scale 2 and Scale 3, that comes under managerial cadre. Got the clarity? So you can very much go for this one. And this is the high term for me to give some information about these RRBs also. See students, actually this regional rural banks, actually this concept was brought in 1975 in our country, when that was, I think, Indira Gandhi's government. Alright, so they have established 5 regional rural banks for the first time in 1975. And with the intention of, what was the motto there? The main intention was to take the banking services to the rural level, alright, to the core level, to the villages particularly. After that, it has been expanded to semi-urban and to some extent urban also. But even today, basically, right, regional rural banks are meant for extending the banking services to rural people. Got the clarity, right? So these are the banks. There is no difference between regional rural bank and a nationalized bank, right? But only thing is that regional rural banks are sponsored by a nationalized bank. Anyway, coming back to this one, in 1975, it was started with 5 RRBs in our country. Okay, because you should know the basic basic things about this one also. All right. So then after that, gradually it has been increased. All right. They went very successfully. All right. So then 1996 was peak actually. 1996, the number had been increased to 196 RRBs in our country. Most of the people do not know this one. All right, particularly students. Probably they may be asking this question in the interview also, right? So it was peak time actually. Then after that, they have reduced the number. So it has been decreased. Slowly it has been decreased, and till 2015, the merging happened. So in 2015, 56 banks were remaining. 56 banks were remaining. Then after that, in 2014, the NDA government had came into power. Then after that, they have decided not to reduce the number further. Till today, 56 banks are there. They are operating in almost 525 districts across the country, with branches of more than 14,500 branches across the country. Huge establishment. Alright, you don't worry about this one. Don't be skeptical. You can very much work for these banks. But only thing is that you will be posted at rural areas. You should be prepared for that one. And for that matter, even if you if you are getting selected for PO or clerk also, there is no guarantee that every time you will be posted in a metropolitan city. Yes or no? Even for that also you have to go for semi-urban and to some extent villages also. Alright, so for that reason, don't worry about that one. And coming to the establishment of these banks, how the shares will be there. See students, in RRBs, always remember this one, it's a very important point. Central government share in these banks is 50%. Alright, so then state government, concerned state government share is 15%, 15. Okay, and 50 and 15, 65. And remaining 35% of the share is the banks which sponsored this one. So that is a sponsored bank, SBI I am writing. So it holds 35% of the share. Actually, this is the division. For your information, I am giving you this one. See students, in this class, what we are going to do, we will focus on how to start your preparation. Anyway students, before going further, I just would like to share a very good news with you. As I told you, like in the beginning of the class, most of our students have done pretty well in yesterday's and day before yesterday's exam. The results, as far as the results are concerned, last year, because I need to share this one with you, because I'm quite happy. Of course, I'm delighted to share this one with you. More than 425 plus students got selected finally in last year IBPS PO examination. I'm not talking about clerks. So then SBI PO, last year SBI PO final selections were 220 plus. And every year from our institute, RBI Grade B Officers also. Most of the students do not know this vacancy. After civil services, RBI Grade B is the most charming job in our country. Even that is above SBI PO. Alright, so every year RBI Grade B final selections, I am telling you, around 11 to 15 final selections are from our institute. I guide them personally because I like this one very much. So if you join RBI as Grade B officer, you will be having a rosy future, students. So future is very good. You try for this one also. Every year they notify for 140 to 160 vacancies between these two every year. And apart from this, many students get selected for NABARD also. Right? NABARD, they give for assistants and grade A officers. It's a good one, good vacancy. Grade A officer. Even this RBI also, they notify for assistants. Even assistants in RBI also, that's a good opportunity. Try to utilize that one. Anyway, I have designed the courses in such a way that for all bank exams, one course is enough. Prelims come mains. Ours is not a commercial institute because after teaching more than 20 years, almost 18 to 20 years in various institutes across the country, I started my own video classes, online, pen drive and SD card. Right now we have more than 10,000 students, and every year more than 2,500 selections are there in our institute. That includes banks, staff selection commission and other state level exams. Alright, so you can utilize this opportunity. At the end of this session, I am going to give you the clear picture, the clear idea how to use this opportunity. Alright, anyway students, now this class is intended to give you the right strategy from where you have to start. I am not going to read the notification for you. Alright, because reading the notification that won't fetch or that's not much I can say beneficial for you. Alright, so notification you can read, and moreover students, not you can read, you must read the notification before applying for any job. IBPS notification, PO or clerk or RRB or SBI or RBI or NABARD or LIC AAOs or other insurance, anything whatever it may be, you please take some time to read the notification properly, everything. That is where your patience comes out. You can know many things from that one. Alright, for that reason I advise you to read the notification by yourself. Nobody else should come and take one a class for you to read the notification. Alright, so you are mature, you are well matured students, you have to read it by yourself. Anyway, how to start the preparation, that is important students. By the way students, I am going to take another session for you before this weekend only, probably in 2 to 3 days, before this weekend only, probably in 2 to 3 days on IBPS PO, because very soon we are expecting that IBPS PO vacancies also, as per the schedule only. You must be knowing that every year in the month of January only IBPS releases the calendar for the entire year. Now even this RRB vacancies are also as per the schedule only, and IBPS clerk, POs and specialist officer, these three notifications are due now. Very soon we are going to have that, and mostly the exam of PO is going to be conducted in the month of October. So you need to start the preparation from now only. The preparation for RRBs, then IBPS PO and clerk can be done simultaneously. Together you can go for that one because the syllabus is same. Only thing is that the difficulty level is varying. That is changing, varying from one exam to the other. That's it. Alright. So anyway, before going for this one, even some students ask me what would be the hierarchy in RRBs. Let me clear that one also, then we'll go back to that one. See, in regional rural banks, the board of directors are on the top in the hierarchy, right? Board of directors. Then below this, chairman and managing director of RRBs. And below that, general managers. Okay? Then below general managers, chief managers will be there. This is the hierarchy. And below chief managers, regional managers. Okay? Below regional managers, after regional managers, senior managers will be there. Senior managers. And below senior managers, I think you are able to see this one, officers will be there. Okay? Below officers, office assistants will be there. Alright. So this is the hierarchy. Generally, they fill up the vacancies like group A and group B. Okay. Group B is office assistants, and Group A scale 1, then scale 2, of course scale 3. Alright, see students, this office assistant Group B job is directly here. You are going to be recruited as a clerk here. Alright, then after that scale 1 comes under office academy. Scale 1, right? And more or less I am telling you, scale 2 and 3 are coming under managerial cadre. For now altogether 9,200 plus vacancies are there for this Group A as well as Group B. And I hope you must be knowing the pattern here, the selection procedure. After that we go for the pattern. The selection procedure for office assistants, in the notification it is given very clearly. You need to read the notification, but still for your understanding I am giving you very quickly. So here for office assistants the exam is of 2 stages, prelims and mains. That's all. Alright, there is no interview for this, you know this one. Clear. Alright, only thing is that for all these positions you need to possess the local language also. Local language must be there for office assistant and scale 1. Office assistant and scale 1. Your posting will be as per the choice of the candidate who had applied for that one. As per the choice in that region only they are going to post you. The local language, knowledge of local language must be there. For that reason only, for this clerical cadre, assistant cadre, after prelims and mains they are going to consider only mains marks. Prelims is only screening test. Based on the mains marks, directly they will be giving you provisional allotment, provided you should possess the local language or knowledge of local language. As far as this is concerned, scale 1 is nothing but PO. Let us call it as RRB PO. Nothing wrong in that one, right? So for scale 1, prelims, mains and interview will be there. Prelims, mains and interview. And for the final selection, they are going to consider mains and interview marks in the ratio of 80:20. 80:20. Alright, so then after that, for this one, scale 2 and scale 3, single level exam will be there, right? No prelims and mains, only one written test followed by interview. Written test followed by interview for scale 2 as well as scale 3. So this is the basic information. And coming to the pattern, students, now let us focus more on clerks, assistants and scale 1 POs, because for these two the minimum qualification is graduation only, right? They have not asked for, and for that matter till now they have not asked for many years also, what is that percentage. No percentage problem here. So you should be a graduate from any recognized university, more than 18 years should be there. Then after that for scale 2 and scale 3 you need to have some experience in the banking industry or any financial institution. According to that, now we are going to focus more on this assistant and scale 1. See, as far as the assistant and scale 1 preliminary examination is concerned, that will be like this. They will be asking 40 questions from reasoning and 40 questions from numerical ability or quantitative aptitude. 40. For clerical level they call it as numerical ability, and for this PO level, scale 1, they call this one as quantitative aptitude. And 40 marks are allotted for this one. Total 80 questions, 80 marks. Read it in the notification. And here, very important thing, not like other exams like IBPS PO clerk or SBI PO clerk or RBI Grade B prelims or any other exam of this sort. Here they have given composite time here. 45 minutes composite time they have given. What do you mean by composite time? There is no sectional cutoff as far as time is concerned. Composite time, you can use this 45 minutes to solve total 80 questions. How to allot the time for one section is completely depending upon your convenience there. That's a good one. Whereas in IBPS or SBA, how they give now for the last 2 years, how they are being giving that one. Section wise time cutoff, time limit is also there. they give 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes for English, Quant and Reasoning. And by the way, in preliminary examination, there is no English paper. There is no English paper for regional rural banks. And other rules remain same, like sectional wise cutoff is there, right? So you need to get minimum qualifying marks in reasoning and minimum qualifying marks in quantitative aptitude. Sectional wise cutoff is there, and negative marking is also there. There is no change in that one. Alright, so only change is that when you compare this one with other exams, this is composite time, whereas that is individual or sectional wise cutoff is there. Right, so this is about prelim students. And coming to the mains, they are going to test you, alright, in reasoning, alright, numerical ability or quantitative aptitude, because at clerical level they call it as numerical ability. Then followed by computers also. Computers, general awareness, the same thing, reasoning, quant, computers, general awareness, and English or Hindi. Right, you can choose any one between these two, English or Hindi. And number of questions here, 40 questions. Everywhere they give 40 questions only. This is 40, again 40, this is 40. You know this one, in the notification there, you can get it. As far as marks are concerned, for reasoning, for 40 questions, they have allotted 50 marks. Whereas for quantitative aptitude also 50, computers 20 only. Now this is 40 and this is 40. Alright, so here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 200. Alright, now this is 100, 140, 180 plus this one 200. This one. And the composite time for this one is 120 minutes. In 120 minutes you have to complete 200 questions. And as it is, like, you are you will be penalized for negative marking also. So this is a mains pattern. Before going further, students, the last date is important for you to apply for this one. 4th of next month, 4th July is the last date to apply for these vacancies. Alright, so those students who are interested and not applied till now, you do it immediately at the earliest, or at the earliest to avoid the last minute rush, right? Do apply for that one. And other thing, while applying, remember students, suppose you are applying for office assistant, for example, right? Office assistant, you are very much eligible to apply for scale 1 also. You can apply for both the exams, right? But apply independently, right? So this one separately and this also separate. But you cannot apply for scale 1 officer and scale 2, or scale 2 or scale 3. You should not apply in that way. This is, they have given very clearly in the notification. Have you got the idea? Managerial vacancies, both you cannot apply simultaneously. Whereas you can apply for one office assistant and scale 1. Depending upon your choice and your resources, you just take a decision and go for that one. And one more time I am telling you students, office assistant is nothing but clerical cadre. Scale 1 is nothing but PO cadre, right? Probationary officer cadre, whereas remaining 2 come under managerial cadre. Alright, so then after that students, the biggest question now, many students ask this one, from where shall I start the preparation? Alright, just focus on this one students, where I have to start it. Alright, which chapter or which subject or from when I have to start. One thing students, previously also I told you, for that matter, I have been telling you the same thing, don't wait for the notifications to come. Because by default, as it is, the notifications will come. If you take this IBPS, in the month of January only, every time they release the calendar, and most probably they go with the dates which they have given, or generally they give in the schedule, their yearly schedule. And SBI definitely there will be vacancies in SBI on yearly basis, clerks, POs and specialist officers. Alright, and apart from this, RBI Grade B vacancies are there. Every year you get that one. Alright, so then NABARD vacancies are there. LIC vacancies, once in 2 years they get assistants, or AAOs, almost once in 2 years you get notification for LICs, right? Then New India Assurance Company, Oriental Insurance Company, then General Insurance Company. Apart from this, FCA exams are there, then EPS exams are there, then Indian Postal Bank exams are there. Many thousands of vacancies are there, students, for all the exams, right? For all the competitive exams of this sort. Luckily, the syllabus is by and large same. They test the students on reasoning, quantitative aptitude, English, general awareness and general knowledge. Alright, so by and large the syllabus is same. When the syllabus is same, so preparation is easier for you. Alright, so if you prepare well for one examination, that is going to be useful for you more or less for other exams. Only thing is that the difficulty level may be varying. And apart from all these exams, banking sector, anyway, Staff Selection Commission, right, CGL and CHSL, then junior engineers, then stenographers, many vacancies are there, students. It is a golden period. And one more thing I would like to confirm one thing or clear one thing. Some students ask generally, sir, if all the banks are merged to 4 or 5 big banks in India, so then what about the recruitment process? See, students, even after the merger also, you will be having regular recruitment in banks across the country, because retirements are there. You are thinking only on one side. You means most of the people like who are writing this type of exams. If banks merge also, many vacancies will be there because of retirements. In the worst case, I am telling you, students, till 2025, right? I'll give you the assurance based on my experience. Till 2025, definitely there will be like a huge recruitment in India in banking sector. Don't worry about that. It does not mean that after 2025 recruitment is going to be freezed. It's not like that. How many machines may be there? How many computers are there? Whatever it may be, after machinization also, manpower is required to run one organization. So don't worry about that. Even after 2025 also, there will be vacancies, but there may be a little less compared to the number now. So for that reason, forget about the notifications. You have to prepare carefully and sincerely. Now the question comes up, from where I have to start. See, students, I'll give you one analysis. Alright, so in my experience, I have seen students, or I have categorized, of course I have seen, by the grace of God, I taught lakhs of students, probably lakhs only. Alright, so after starting this video classes, online, pen drive and SD card, till now we have more than 10,000 admissions. And every year, as I have told you now, more than 2,500 final selections are there. In my experience, I have seen 3 types of students. Okay, first type I can categorize in this way: completely freshers, those who are starting the preparation now, right? Other type of students, they are in their preparation but not able to get the success. Suppose they are in preparation for the last 1 year or 1.5 years or 2 years, right? And not able to get the success, not able to qualify the exams. And third category, I can go like this: the students who are in preparation only, right? And they are coming very close to success, very close to success, and missing the opportunity narrowly. One more time. These 3 types of students are there. See, students, for these 3 types of students, of course the strategy is a little different when you compare this one with one another, a little different. I am going to take one more class for IBPS PO. Mostly before this weekend only I am going to upload that video. In that video we will discuss what is the strategy for freshers and second category and third. Slight difference is there. But overall, students, overall, remember the strategy should be like this. The examiner expectation. You have to live up to the expectation of the examiner. That is the best way. You have to frame the strategy from this end only. For this type of question, exam students, two things are required for you. One is speed and other one is accuracy. Almost in all the classes, in my classes, every time I remind all the students this one. You need to possess speed and accuracy to crack this type of exams. And between this speed and accuracy students, many students are getting confused here. Unnecessarily, they are running for the speed at the initial stages. Speed at the initial stages, thereby losing the accuracy. Alright, so this type of students, those who are preparing for the last 1.5 years, are not getting the success, coming very close to the success, they are doing this mistake, right? Don't worry, don't run for the speed at the initial stages. Alright, first you try to get the accuracy students. Listen carefully, focus on this one. First focus on the accuracy. Once you get the accuracy, automatically you will get speed. I am telling you, you take it for granted. Don't run for the speed at the initial stages. Try to get the accuracy. Accuracy means pinpoint accuracy, students. I am telling you, not like your academic studies. Right? Suppose if you write a question, means answer for a question up to 80%, you may get some marks. But here in competitive exams, accuracy means that is 100% accuracy. Even if you attain 99% accuracy also, you won't get the mark. 100% accuracy should be there. You try for that one. Alright, so once you get the accuracy, automatically you will get a speed. Remember, to get this accuracy for all types of students, all three categories, right? You need to practice. Unconditional practice will give you accuracy. Suppose in your practice sessions, you are attempting 10 questions, students. Out of 10, in your practice sessions, how many questions should be correct? After reaching a stage, 10 out of 10 must be correct. No compromise. No compromise. Even at the cost of the speed also. Suppose you are learning Shilloism concept in reasoning, for example, right? If you are taking 2 minutes per one question in your practice sessions, don't worry about that. Take 2 minutes for that. But the accuracy should be maintained. Slowly you can attain the speed. But don't worry about the speed at the initial sessions. Alright, so then how to get the practice? This is very important, students. Briefly, I am telling you, you can practice confidently only when you know the basics. This is important. The two category students, they are failing here only. They are failing here only. Listen very carefully. They are failing here only, and if you come under these two categories, students, you please post-mortem that one, right? You please analyze your preparation. Where I am going wrong? Why I am not able to crack this one? You can get the answer, students. Here, the basics. This is very important. And that too, nowadays, for the last almost 5 to 6 years, the questions are mind-blowing questions for bank exams. If you take SBI PO examination, students, see the standard of the questions, how they have increased the difficulty level. Not only the difficulty level, they are giving the questions with many twists. To crack that type of questions within the stipulated time, if you by heart some shortcuts, or if you go by some tricks, learning some tricks and going to the examination, that won't fetch you, I am telling you. Because nowadays they are asking the questions based on 2-3 chapters together. The question is prepared in this way. For example, if you take a data interpretation question. In to do data interpretation question in quantitative aptitude, students, you should have first of all the analysis. Alright, read the question properly, analyze that one, make the problem into two parts, information part and question part. Read the information, whether the given information is information or sufficient to answer the question or not. If you feel that is sufficient, go for the analysis. Then there you have to use a percentage concept. For example, I am telling you, or sometimes averages concept, percentages concept, ratio and proportion, mix it with some other chapter also. Because nowadays they are giving questions based on boats and streams in data interpretation only. And many questions based on caselet model also in data interpretation. To do all such questions, basics are important. You should pose a challenge to the examiner students. Whatever the question may be, you give the question to me, solution is there with me. You come to that stage. To go for that one, learning basics is important. For freshers, anyway, this is the best strategy, students. Start from the basic level. Even for these two types of students also, you just brush up your basics. That is important. As far as this exam is concerned, that is RRB clerk or POs. When you compare this one with IBPS PO or SBI PO, this RRB PO difficulty level is a little less. But last year in 2018, they have increased the standard of this exam also. Keep that in your mind. And in 2019, definitely they are going to increase the standard to some extent compared to the previous year. So for that reason, you should be equipped with everything. Alright, the other thing, students, if you go a little further, because here I'm concluding here only by saying that basics are very important. Coming to this type of exam, students, if you take this one RRB or SBI or IBPS, whatever it may be, luckily the syllabus is a limited syllabus. The scope is there for that one. So within that scope only you're going to get the questions. If you take this one, go a little further, prelims and the mains. And one more suggestion, students, advice. I advise you in this way, don't prepare for only prelims, right? Many students are doing this mistake. What is that? Sir, I just start my preparation for prelims. After prelims, after getting qualified in prelims, I will start for mains. That is wrong, students. That is wrong strategy. Because here for prelims and mains, by and large, the syllabus is same. When the syllabus is same, difficulty level is different, a little higher when you compare to the prelims. For that reason, you just start your preparation for both prelims and mains simultaneously. And students, coming to the chapters, the syllabus. As I told you just now, the scope is limited. You are lucky enough when you compare to other exams like civil services. If you go for civil services, GS paper, there is no prescribed syllabus for that one. There is no limited scope for that one. The questions can come from anywhere. It's not like that for us, right? So here, if you take this one, the chapters you take are the subjects. Let us go for subjects first, then I'll come back to the chapters. They test you on reasoning and quantitative aptitude. They call this one as quantitative aptitude for POs or scale 1, and for clerical or office assistant they call this one as numerical ability. In numerical ability, what they do, they give little less standard questions and data interpretation may not be there. For that reason only they call that one as numerical ability. They focus more on simplification, approximation, number series, that type of chapters. Alright, anyway students, in prelims the questions are from reasoning and quant. In mains, the questions are from, apart from reasoning and quant, you will be having questions from English section. English or for RRBs. For RRBs, Hindi. You can choose either English or Hindi depending upon your convenience. Then followed by general awareness. Okay, and of course they are giving questions based on computers also. Alright, computers very what do you call this one, basic level questions they are giving students. You can refer some books, that's enough. No specific training is required for that one. Books you can refer, you can go up to that extent. It's not a big issue. Then coming to this, reasoning, quant, English and general awareness. See students, in reasoning, total 22 to 24 chapters are there students. Okay, 22 to 24. You take any competitive exam in our country of this sort, all the questions are from these chapters only. The difficulty level may be varying. So when they are giving in this way, all the questions are from these 22 to 24 chapters only and attempt the examination, can't you do that one? You can squeeze out that. So what you need to do, first list out all the chapters. Then what is the importance of that chapter in the light of this examination? I am writing SBI PO. In the light of SBI PO, for example, take puzzle test. What is the importance of this one? How many questions I am getting in this examination? And what is the difficulty level? For example, you take Shilloism. Take RRB POs, regional rural banks. How many questions can I expect from this one? What would be the difficulty level? How my strategy should be? To go for that strategy, before going for that strategy, students, what you need to do, you need to squeeze out these 22 to 24 chapters. Is it not possible for you? I have done experiments on that one. For the last 24 years, I am telling you students, I have developed such techniques. For example, if you take Shilloism, in my regular course in Shilloism, I have taken 10 hours of lessons. If you watch those 10 hours of videos, I am pretty sure you can do all the questions within the stipulated time. I have developed my own method for that one. Whatever the question may be, whatever the exam may be, you give the question, I'll solve that one. You should go to that extent. You should give this challenge to the examiner. Whatever the question may be, for example, from Shilloism, you give me, I'll see the end of the question. Then why don't you get the success? You will get it. That type of confidence should be there. Some students call me saying that, sir, I'm getting pressurized. I'm under tremendous pressure while writing the examination, even in practice sessions also. If you are under pressure, you won't get success. Why to go into pressure? Why you should go under pressure? Right? This is a small screening test, that's all. If you get through the screening test, you will go to the next level. What is the pressure in that one? Alright, you have to come to that extent. Anyway, in next class, because this class I am going to I am going to give you briefly. Next session I take almost 1 hour 30 minutes to 1 hour 45 minutes, and that's going to be useful for you for all the exams. Anyway, come back to this one, students. So here 22 to 24 chapters are there. Just try to squeeze out all the chapters from the basic level. Whereas quantitative aptitude also, there are, let's take 22 main chapters are there. If you extend that one, even if you do subdivision is there, maximum 23, 24, so let's take it as 24. If you like simple interest one chapter, compound interest one chapter, if you go on dividing that one, you may get 22 to 24. Try to squeeze out these chapters. See students, in quantitative aptitude also, of course for RRB they are giving questions in a fair way. Almost like if you take 0 to 10 difficulty level scale, difficulty level 5 or 4 they are giving in RRB exams. So if you go for SBI PO examination, what type of questions they are giving from Quanta, I can tell you mind-blowing questions they are giving. Nowadays, for some questions, out of 35 questions if you take prelims, instead of numbers, they are giving variables there. If numbers are there, students are using some shortcuts. Alright, and for that matter, students, shortcuts never work out. Tricks never work out nowadays in this type of competitive exams. If anybody is saying you with this trick you can solve the question, only that question you can solve with trick. There is no guarantee that in the examination same type of question will repeat. They are using the concept Of course, they give questions. 20 years ago, they have given question from time and work, for example. Even today, they give the question from time and work only. But the difficulty level has been drastically increased. Many twists in this one. It's a good development, students, because a student who is thorough in that chapter, who squeezes out the chapter, only that type of students can crack the exams and crack the questions or crack this type of exams. Alright, so learning basics is important here. So for this RRB exam also, assistant or PO level, that is scale 1, you need to be thorough with these 22 to 24 chapters, students. Alright, some chapters I can give you for prelims and some for mains, but we cannot say that one. Many shifts are there in one day. For example, there are 4 shifts or 5 shifts per day. In one shift, some questions may be from some chapters. In the other shift, questions may be from the remaining chapters. We cannot say that one. For that reason, you should be thorough with this 20 to 24 and this 22 to 24. In English, hardly there are 8 to 10 or maximum 12 chapters are there. All the questions are from these chapters only. Whereas coming to this general awareness section with more emphasis on banking, economy and finance related issues. And nowadays they are giving some questions based on static GK also. Static GK you have to study, you need to remember something there. Alright, whereas this general awareness, current affairs based on this one, 6-month current affairs enough. 6 months, that is enough. From the examination date you need to go back there. 6-month current affairs are enough for you to go for this one. Alright, then coming to these computers, go for the basics. Basic level understanding is enough. Alright, now students, I'll just brief you here. What are the chapters you have to focus on in the light of RRB examination. See students, in reasoning, nowadays they are not giving questions from non-verbal reasoning. That's one thing. Because in reasoning, verbal questions are there, non-verbal. In the verbal section, they are giving all the questions in prelims and mains from verbal section. In verbal section, I'll tell you, many questions. Most of the given questions are from puzzle and seating arrangement. Remember, these 2 chapters are very important. Even at your prelims or the mains stage, in both the stages, these 2 chapters are very, very important. Apart from this, you need to focus on Shilloism. Right? Next one is input and output. Then the next one is data sufficiency. Next one is decision making. These chapters are called reasoning based on rules. Some rules are there. Based on those rules, you need to solve the questions. And other chapter is there, high level reasoning or critical reasoning, or we can call it as analytical reasoning. So in this section, again you have 6 chapters, students. So those 6 chapters are assumptions, right? Arguments, conclusions, courses of action, cause and effect, inferences. Generally, they give many questions from this section in SBI PO, right? Then IBPS PO, then RBI Grade B Officer, then NABARD Grade A Officers, right? Then LIC AAOs. Such exams, they give many questions from this one, mostly in the mains examination, phase 2 exam. I have given a fantastic concept for this one. See students, the concept is very important because most of the students are afraid of these questions. The reason for that one, the reason for that fear is if you do not know the concept, for example, you take assumptions. If you do not know the concept of assumption, all the 5 options given for one question seem to be alike. you will be confused with like which one I have to choose. If you think in one way, option 1 may be right. If you think in the other way, option 4 may be right. If you think in the other way, both 1 and 2 can be right. So for that reason, knowing the concept is very important. I have given the concept of this one in such a way that you can never forget that one in your lifetime. So I have utilized all my experience. I have given for every chapter assumptions. Assumption means they give one statement followed by 2 to 3 assumptions followed by options. Alright, so then you need to find out what is the assumption there. Assumption means assumption of the speaker, not your assumption. Of course, I have given almost 5 to 6 hours lecture on this assumption so that every question will be correct in the examination. Then argument means you have to check the strength of the argument, whether given argument is strong or weak. So like that all these chapters. As far as your examination is concerned, in office assistant cadre, 99% you won't get questions from this one. Right? Remote chance is there to get the questions in mains examination. You may get 2 to 3 questions in mains exam for office assistant. But for scale 1 officer, RRB scale 1, definitely you are going to get questions from this section at a mains level, not at a prelims. But we can't say that one, students, because all of a sudden IBPS may change the pattern also. But one thing is that they cannot go beyond these chapters. They cannot go beyond these chapters. How many are there? 6 plus 6, 12 chapters. Like I have written so far. I write other chapters also. This is based on reasoning based on rules. This is level 2 questions. Level 2. These chapters. I'll just give you level 1 also, but before that, coming to this second level question, let us categorize this one as level 3 questions, 1, 2, 3, right? Whereas level 1 is easier, level 2 moderate, level 3 will be the most difficult questions in the examination. Alright, so in mains examination for RRB scale 1, you can expect a number of questions from these 6 chapters. There is no surprise if they give the questions from these chapters in prelims also. We can't say that one. Now, come back to this one, students. Puzzle and seating arrangement. I am telling you, almost 75% of the questions will be from these 2 chapters only. 75. Okay. Previously, they used to give very less questions from puzzle or seating arrangement. But now, they want more analysis. For that reason, they are giving questions almost 75% in prelims or mains from these 2 chapters only. So, you should be thorough with these 2 chapters right from the basic level. Many students are getting stuck. For that matter, for many students, solving a puzzle or unraveling a puzzle is becoming nightmare because they are giving questions, high difficulty level questions they are giving. For that reason, they are getting confused and moreover, they are getting pressurized in the examination to solve this type of questions. But students, if you approach the questions, the puzzle or seating arrangement, you can do the questions very, very easily, I am telling you. Only thing is that you should understand the concept first. What is there in puzzle or seating arrangement? They give broken information to you, right? So, some clues will be given to you in the question. You need to unravel the puzzle with the help of the given clues. How to go for this one? Simple technique I tell you. In the regular course, I have given more than 17 hours for puzzle and seating arrangement and I am going to upload every week. Some new things will be added there. Alright, so the basic idea how to do that one. While reading the puzzle, in the examination or practice sessions, you should come to a conclusion or you have to take one decision whether to attempt the puzzle immediately or let us keep it aside and go for the other questions. After that I am going to take it further, because if the given puzzle is the most difficult puzzle. If you go on doing that puzzle in the examination at first only, you may be disappointed. While reading the information only, you can come to the conclusion at what level they have prepared the puzzle. But students, whatever the level may be, if you practice well, you can crack it, right? So just I have given this tip to you, which may be useful for you to attempt the puzzle in the examination. But how to go for this one? Whatever the difficulty level may be, while reading that one only, you have to decide how many columns are required to solve the puzzle. Maybe 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns or 6 columns. And choose one column as the base column. For example, base column. For example, they give some persons, then some cities, some choices, some colors or some cars. There you can start the question with the persons, taking that one as base column. Then based on that one, you need to go clue by clue. Suppose one clue they have given. Whether they have given positive information in the clue or negative, you see. If they give the positive information, keep it on the right side. I have given all the techniques in the course, don't worry. If the negative information is there, keep it on the left side. From the negative, try to come back to positive. And while reading the clues also, keep the clues in your mind. Wherever the connectivity is there, suppose one clue is given in number 1, other clue is given in number 7. 1 and 7 can be correlated to get the hidden information there, to get some other clue there. How to correlate the information is important. How to correlate that one, I have given clear idea for that one. You should be a thorough reader and you should be an analyzer to go for this one. Analyze that and correlate one information with the other, try to bring out the hidden information. If it is positive, keep on the right side, negative, keep on the left side. Definitely within the stipulated time you are going to crack the puzzle. Got the idea, students, right? So this is how you need to go for these two. And coming back to this Shilloism, many questions they are giving in almost every competitive exam from this chapter, Shilloism. Almost you will get 3 to 5 questions in many competitive exams. Even from this chapter also, they are giving questions in a different way nowadays, right? But whatever the way and whatever the difficulty level, students, if you know how to go for that one, how to solve the questions, if you know the basic method, any question can be solved. Nowadays they are giving reverse Shilloism, or they are using the words like only, all, not. Alright, then they are giving first conclusions followed by statements, whatever it may be. Generally, the pattern of the question is first they give some statements, for example 3 statements followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 conclusions, then followed by options. You need to combine these 3 statements on a common platform. Then after that, based on that, you need to go for whether the given 4 conclusions are correct or not. Correct means 100% correct or not. If not, go for either or option. Many things are involved that one. For this, I have developed a method with the help of Venn diagrams. A unique method, students, because that method was developed by me 20 years ago. Even today, that is foolproof, right? First, you have to draw the basic diagram. If required, go for the alternate diagram. Still required, go for the complementary pair. 3 steps I have discussed. If you go through all the 10-hour lessons, definitely you can crack it. Then coming to this input-output, data sufficiency, decision making, even input-output also, students, many students are losing marks. Actually, most of the students do not know how many models are there in that. 3 types of questions are there: ending process, unending process, miscellaneous process. If you do not know that categorization, how can you solve the question 100% correct in the examination? Alright, so for that reason, learning this one also important. Data sufficiency also very important, students. They give they ask one question followed by 2 or 3 statements. Statements are nothing but clues or data. With the help of that, you have to go for the answers. Nowadays, they are not giving questions from decision making. Okay, anyway students, right? So just I'm giving you briefly. Then after that, other chapters, level 1, right? Difficulty level 1 we can say, that is questions from directions. Okay, next sequence and ranking. Sequence and ranking. The next one is relations, blood relations. The next one is inequalities, coded inequalities. Okay, then the next one is questions based on alphabets, numeric alphabets and numbers, whatever it may be, right? So some miscellaneous chapters will be there. Miscellaneous directions, sequence and ranking, blood relations, then inequalities, alphabet based questions and miscellaneous. So then total how many I have given? 6 here, 6 here and 6 there, total 18 chapters. 18 plus in puzzle you can go like this, box puzzles, one chapter, separate chapter like we can discuss that one. Then linear puzzles, okay, then 2 column puzzles, 3 column puzzles, 4 column puzzles, like this you can categorize. Even seating arrangement also, right? Circular arrangement will be there, then linear arrangement will be there, 2 lines will be there, 3 lines may be there, directions may be changed, or they may give triangle arrangement or square or rectangular arrangement. That depends upon the difficulty level of the questions. So as far as this exam RRB is concerned, see students, in preliminary examination, of course 75% of the questions from these 2 chapters, and definitely you are going to get questions from inequalities at prelims level. Then blood relations, sequence and ranking and directions at a preliminary level. Of course in mains also they give some questions based on these chapters, even alphabets also. Alright, so then coming to this input output, mostly 99% you will get in mains only. Data sufficiency also mains only. Alright, so whereas Shilloism you can expect either in prelims or mains, depends upon the examination. Alright, so then puzzle and seating arrangement you're going to get both in prelims and mains. Okay, in the examination students, in the exam I advise you, whether it is office assistant or scale 1, you start with these chapters first. Right, so coding, decoding also, one more chapter you can take, 7th one I am writing, coding and decoding. They are giving many questions from this chapter, coding, decoding nowadays, right? Coding, decoding you can expect in prelims as well as mains. Sometimes in mains they are giving group questions, one clue or some clues they are giving based on that one, 3 to 4 questions they are giving in coding, decoding. Alright, so in RRB, I am telling you particularly for this examination, don't touch puzzle and seating arrangement initially in the examination. First you start with the coded inequalities, because it is quite simple. 3 out of 3 you can do correct, or 4 out of 4 in the examination. Then after that go to directions, sequence, blood relations, then coding, decoding, alphabet, then miscellaneous. First finish off this. These are all gunshot questions for you. With a little preparation, you can do these questions very easily. Then after that, go back to this Shilloism. If they give Shilloism, go back to this. After attending our classes, Shilloism classes, students say, sir, we can do 6 questions correct out of 5. 6 out of 5. That much confidence our students are getting. You should also get this much confidence. Alright, so anyway, 100% accuracy. Like what I mean from this one, 100% accuracy you have to get. Anyway students, then go for this Shilloism in the examination, then go to this puzzle and seating arrangement. In puzzle and seating arrangement also, for example, they have given 4 puzzles, puzzle and seating arrangement together I am telling you. Suppose they have given 4 questions. Out of 4 questions, 1 question will be the easiest one, the easiest puzzle or seating arrangement. First you try to identify that, do that one. Then after that go to the remaining puzzles. And that too students, while starting a puzzle, you should get interest towards the question. That is important students. The more interest you get, right, the easier way you can solve the puzzle. Remember that one. If you won't get that interest on the question, if you try to run away from the question, you can never solve a puzzle. That interest will come to you if you know the basics. When would we get interest? Suppose you are attempting one question. If you get correct and every question is correct, you will get more interest. If many questions are going wrong, generally a normal student, average student tries to run away from the question, you will lose the interest. For that reason only, learn the basics properly. What is the first? Start with a small puzzle. Don't take 5-column puzzle or 6-column puzzle. A small puzzle you take and try to solve it. Gradually you will get the interest. Alright, so this is something about reasoning paper for RRB, PO and clerical level. Briefly I have given, right? Coming to quant also students, quantitative aptitude, you do one thing, you just focus on simplification and approximation, particularly at office assistant level. They give many questions based on these two. In other exams like IBPS and SBI, PO level and clerical level, slowly they are avoiding these chapters. Less number of questions they are giving. Previously they used to give 10 to 12 questions from this simplification and approximation only, but slowly they are reducing that one. But as far as RRBs are concerned, you can take it for granted, at least for this year, you can expect 7 to 10 questions from this one. Don't worry, you take it for granted. Alright, so in 2020 I can't say anything now. Based on 2019 paper I can guess something, frankly speaking. Alright, so for that reason, simplification and approximation 10 to 12 questions, focus on that. Then you focus on number series, very important. Next you focus on quadratic equations, simple chapter. Alright, then after that go for data interpretation. This is very important, particularly for officer level, that is scale 1. You can get 10 to 12 questions from this one. Remember, very important one. Alright, from data interpretation. And other things students, quantitative aptitude can be divided actually into 3 parts students. Alright, one is problems based on numbers, numerical ability, numbers. Okay, then data interpretation, then miscellaneous questions from arithmetic chapters. Basically we can divide in this way and this way. In this way, numerical ability part you get simplification, approximation, number series, and not quadratic equation. Quadratic equations may come under arithmetic, or you can take this one based on numbers also. Nothing wrong in that one. Anyway, right? So quadratic and data interpretation. So out of these three parts, in SBI POs or SBI clerks, IBPS PO, IBPS clerk, mostly they are concentrating on DI. Okay. Whereas for RRBs, you can get questions from this part and even this part. So for this numerical ability, just focus on simplification, approximation, number series, enough. Alright, so you will get 5 questions from number series, take it for granted. Quadratic equations, 3 to 5 questions this time you can expect. And apart from that, you should be thorough with the percentages, then averages, then ratio and proportion, then profit and loss, then mixture and allegation. Right. Take this as one set students. While practicing the questions, take this as one set. First you finish off these chapters. I have given many techniques for simplification and approximation, even number series also. For quadratic equations, I have given some methods with the help of which you can do the questions even without writing anything on the paper. But again students, my teaching methodology is like this. I never give you shortcut. I'm against the shortcuts. Alright, I never give you tricks. Right? I will make the student to develop the shortcuts by themselves. That is what I believe from the beginning. For the last 23-24 years I have been doing the same thing. I teach them the basics, right from the basic level. Basic, moderate, advanced, very advanced. Developing shortcut is your job. You will develop that one. If you develop a shortcut based on the concept, that will never go waste, that will never go wrong, and you will never forget that one. That type of things are required. If you take only, for example, time and work is there. If you just by heart one formula, go to the examination. If that type of question is not there in the examination, what will you do? Simply, really that is pathetic. Students, don't go to the exam like that, because the years to come, the exams to come, the difficulty level may be still increased. There is no surprise. Next year SBI PO examination may be at par with CAT exam. Maybe at par with the CAT examination. No surprise in that one. For that reason, learning basics is important, students. Alright, so next one. After this set, go for percentage, average, ratio, proportion, profit and loss, mixture and allegation. After doing this set, come to data interpretation. And data interpretation also, you try to do all the models, students. They are giving many types of questions like normal data interpretation, or data analysis, or case-lit questions, or missing data interpretation, right? Or some data interpretation based on other arithmetic chapters like time and work, modes and streams, profit and loss. Both based on those concepts also, they can make questions under the heading of data interpretation. So be careful about that one as well. Then after doing this set, then go for time and work. Okay, then time and distance. Under time and work and wages, then problems based on pipes and cisterns should be covered. Alright, if you want to take this one, you take it as separate chapter. This is separate. Then time and distance. In time and distance only, you have to cover problems based on trains, then problems based on boats and streams. Right? Then after that, you go for interest. That is simple and compound interest. Then go for mensuration also. Mensuration. Alright. So then after that, you go for chapters like permutation and combination and probability. But students, in your examination, RRBs, they may not be giving questions from probability or permutation combination, and less questions will be from mensuration, right? Then more questions will be from, I'm writing here, problems based on 16, and I'm writing 14, 15, 16, 17. Just the numbering is for our purpose only. Problems based on ages, they may give more questions from this one. Then problems based on partnership, right? So then problems on this one. Anyway, I have written simple and compound interest here. Suppose if you take this one as simple interest, take compound interest, this type of chapters. After finishing off this one, this set, which one after profit and loss, go for DI. Then after that, you start these chapters. In the next session, students, I'm telling you repeatedly this one, I'm going to take one more session where each and every chapter, a small discussion we will be having for each and every chapter, so that you will be more getting more benefited from that one. Alright, so this is something about quantitative aptitude and numerical ability. Coming to English, students, what we will do, I am going to discuss comprehensively, right? We will have a very in-depth analysis for English in the next session when I upload the video for IBPS PO, because IBPS PO is also very near. very soon we are expecting the notification, and you have to start your preparation from today only, even for that exam also. Alright, not only for that one, those students who are going to take SBI PO or clerk in 2020 also, they have to start the preparation from now itself, right? Because minimum 6-month preparation is required, and 1 year is ideal time for the preparation. So after 1 year, you take one exam, first attempt itself you should get the success, or you will get it. Alright, so anyway students, English we will discuss, right? Anyway, in this way, you need to crack this quant and reasoning papers. I have just briefed this one students, but finally I would like to share one thing with you. Whatever the category of student may be a fresher, or not getting success for quite a long time, or just narrowly missing the success. For all the students, my advice is try for the accuracy first by learning the basics and practicing unconditionally. Only then you will get the success. Freshers, anyway you have to start from the basics only, because students, when the beginning is right, you will get the ending in the same way. If the beginning is not in the proper way and blame others for our failure, nothing is going to be fetched. That is loss for us only. Alright, so always start anything, not only these competitive exams, but anything in your life which you can apply this one. When the starting or beginning is in a proper way, then you will get the same ending. You will get the ending in the same way. I am telling you with my practical experience, right? Now students, come back to our courses. Many students are asking, sir, how to join the course? Because students, I tried my best to give you the best course in our country. This is the feedback I get from our students. They say that, sir, how can you give this type of videos for this price? My main intention is that one only. After teaching for more than 22 years, almost 3.5 years ago, I started these video classes, students. Alright, so we got tremendous success, but more than that success, more success means in commercial terms, right? But more than that one, I'm very happy to share that one with you students, that I'm helping thousands of students across the country. Really, that is giving me the gratification I'm getting. Alright, so I'm delighted to help students, and I will try my best to help the students for years to come also. By the grace of God, I get this much energy and health. I'll definitely try my best to help the students in years to come also. Right, coming to the courses, students, I tried my best to keep this one as non-commercial only. I don't want my course to be commercial. That is the reason why fee is very less. You can choose the courses like this. We have courses like a 3-month course. That is 3 month. Don't say 3 months course. Alright, 3 months course is grammatically wrong. I have discussed that one in English section. You have to say 3-month course, 1 week vacation. Alright, or 7-day vacation. You shouldn't say 7 days vacation. I went on a 7-day vacation. Suppose if anybody asks you how many days you went on vacation, I went for 7 days. That's okay. My vacation was of 7 days. That is right. I went on a 7-day vacation. My course is 3-month course. What is the duration? How many days you have attended the course means I attended the course for 3 months. That's okay. But if anybody asks you like which course you are attending, I am attending a 3-month course, not 3 months course. Remember that one, right? Anyway, students, the courses are like this. 3-month course. Okay. Next is 6-month course. Then 12-month course, 1 year. Then 1.5 year. Then 2 years. Okay. We call this 3-month course as crash course. 6-month is a short-term course. This is regular course. This is recommended, students. I recommend this course, regular course. Okay. Now this is a extended course, and this is long-term course. See students, for all these courses, I told you clearly I want to make my institute as far as possible non-commercial. For all the courses, the content is same. There is no change in the content. Alright, you will be having more than 300 video classes. Okay, so video classes are there for reasoning, quant and English. For general awareness, computers and marketing. For the marketing means it is useful for SBI PO exam anyway. So for these three we have given a fantastic study material that is in the form of PowerPoint presentations and a PDF form. General awareness, you take it for granted. Suppose 50 questions are there in one examination. Out of 50, I can say confidently 43 to 44 questions are directly from this material only. I have taken that much care. Alright, so anyway, reasoning, quant, English videos will be there. So basically, it is like this. First videos, 300 plus video classes. Then these classes are from the basic level to basic to moderate to advanced to very advanced level questions. Okay. So then followed by ebooks, study material. More than 4,000 pages of ebooks are there. First you need to watch the video. Then practice the questions from ebook. Then after that you need to go for chapter wise test. We have one online test, small online test for chapter wise. Then after that you need to go for mock tests. So we have given separate mock test for every examination. So then the methodology will be like this students. First you need to choose one subject. For example, reasoning and quant. Every day you have to watch the videos of reasoning and quant. English can be done once in 2 days and general awareness must be done once in a week. Apart from that, you have to read one national newspaper. Next session I will give you how to read the newspaper also. Then videos also, how to watch that one. For example, students, you are watching Shillism video. How to watch this one? First, watch the complete video. Then pause the video and go for PDF form of the questions which are discussed in this video. That is called lesson description. Right? Open that. Open the PDF. Pause the video and do those questions by yourself. You have to practice in that way. Definitely you will get the basics. First, from learning the basics, practice from the ebooks, you will get the accuracy. After that, automatically you will get the speed. That is my idea. Alright, so 3 months, 6, 12, 1.5 and 2 years. Which course is suitable there? Students, I am telling you, this 3-month course is suitable for those students who are missing that one narrowly. Coming to the success. For the last 1 year, 1.5, 2 years you are preparing for the exam, but you are missing that exam very narrowly. You just go for the 3-month course. Just refer the videos quickly. Very quickly you refer the videos. I have given speed buttons also on the video because generally I teach very slow so that every student should understand that one. If you want to watch the video increase the speed, otherwise I can say. If you want to increase the speed, you can increase that one to 1.25, 1.5, 1.75 and speed 2 also, that is into 2 also, double speed also you can watch depending upon your convenience. Alright, so this 3-month course, watch the videos very quickly and practice the questions. I am saying you pretty sure you will be getting success. Definitely you will get success, right? Then 6-month course, this is also suitable for those students who are preparing for quite a long time. For 1 year or 2 years you are preparing and you are not able to crack that one. Even you are not coming close to the exam also. For you better take this 6 months. During this 6 months, I am very much sure that all the concepts will be cleared because already you are in touch with the subject. And this 1 year course, this is recommended students, I am telling you, this 1 year course is suitable for all the students who have already started their preparation, or you are a fresher, or you are this type of student also, not getting success, even then you can go for this. And the students who are coming very close to this can take 3 months, or even you can go for the 6-month course also. Alright, so then this is suitable for all the students, all type of students, they can go here. And this extended course is suitable for the freshers who want to build up the basics. Prepare confidently, slowly you prepare for that one, because anyway notifications will come. Then this 2 years, right, the duration is 2 years. This 2-year course is suitable for the students who are at their final year graduation. Start your preparation from the final year only, or last but 1 year also you can join. By the time you finish your graduation, you will be in a government job. You will get a government job. How good that one, students. Alright, anyway, so these are the courses available with us. And as I told you, I don't want my institute to be commercialized. For that reason, there is no course for prelims separately and mains separately. Here, these courses are useful for prelims as well as mains. And for that matter, students, not only for bank exams, you can write more than 57 types of exams in our country with this course, right from the basic level. Alright, so we don't have any 30-day course, or we don't have any special batch for RRBs, or special batch for SBI, special batch for this IBPS. That's commercialization. Alright, don't go in that way. For all the exam syllabus is same. Right? In the videos itself, suppose you have chosen this 12-month. After basics, after learning the basics, in the videos very clearly I have given that this type of questions are important for SBI PO prelims, or IBPS PO prelims, or IBPS PO mains, or clerk prelims, or clerk mains. That's enough. There is no need to give exclusive batch for this one. Alright, so students, for any examination, this is okay. Start your preparation with confidence, right? And all you need to do to join the course is simple one, students. First, you fill up the sign up form on our website, that is Chakravarthy, Chakravarthy, Chakravarthysir.com. Okay, fill up the sign up form. So that you can create one trial account for you, right? In your trial account, you can watch 3 full-length videos. Some students ask before joining, sir, how the classes are there. Alright, so you want to see the classes, because I won't say that my classes are the best classes. That should be decided by the students. You should get benefit out of that one. Only then I'll be happy, right? There will be result from my work also. Anyway, students, you can get 3 free videos. One from reasoning, one from quant, one from English. I think for reasoning we have kept a puzzle test, one complete lesson for 1 hour. In quant, I think I have given mixture and allegation basic class, and English prepositions basic class, prepositions. You can watch 3 free videos. After that you can choose one among the given courses there. And one more thing, students, coming to the fee, I have kept 2,600 for this one. The moment you purchase that one, after seeing that course, you should definitely send me one mail mentioning that, sir, I am quite happy with this one, because at this meager fees, how can you give that much quality 300 plus videos? And for that matter, students, not only these 300 videos, I am going to update 2 to 3 new lessons, new videos every week. It is a continuous process, because we have to go at par with the changing pattern. Suppose in one last SBI PO was there, they have given 2 new type of questions. Our research team work out on that one, and I am going to prepare new videos for that. And more difficulty level videos. It is unending process. So every week the course will be updated. And for the 6 months, 6 months means 6-month course. Duration is 6 months. We have kept the fee as 3,600. For this regular course 4,600, and for this one I think 5,200, and for this 5,900. That's all. This is the fee structure. We are giving one more opportunity also, students. For example, one student joined this 3-month course. Alright, and after joining the course, his course is fantastic and useful for him, and he wants to extend the course. He can very much extend that one for 6 months or 12 months or 1.5 years or 2 years. What he has to do, simply inform our admin team 30 days. Within 30 days of joining the course, within 30 days of purchasing the course, you please inform our admin department that you would like to extend the course. Suppose he wants to extend the course from 3-month to 12-month course. In this case, if he informs our admin department 30 days, within 30 days of purchasing the course, you need to pay only the difference amount, right? You have already paid 2,600 and wants to go for this 12-month course. In this case, you need to pay only the difference amount. Again, you need not pay the complete 4,600. Just pay the difference amount of 2,000, so that will be extended to 12-month course. That is so with other courses also, because I don't want it to be commercialized. Alright, so as per your need, you choose that one, right? But students, I recommend this course because 12-month period is convenient one, right? Actually, that is advised. So minimum 6 months it takes for you to watch all the videos from the basic level. Then you go on practicing the questions. The reasonable time to crack the exam in the first attempt only is 12 months. Alright, so just keep that one in the mind. Then visit our website chakravarthysir.com, or directly you can be in touch with us on WhatsApp also by sending WhatsApp message to 96187024666 or 9515986872, or simply you can call on these numbers also, or send a mail to same chakravarthysir@gmail.com, so that our counselors will call you back and help you in extension procedure. See students, overall my idea is, right, and rather idea I can say my intention is that every student should be benefited with less cost. You need not pay 10,000 rupees or 15,000 or 20,000 for this one. Minimum cost. At minimum cost, everybody should be benefited. Probably that is the reason why we have thousands of students across the country and they are preparing very seriously for forthcoming exams. Anyway students, every student after purchasing the course and after the preparation, every student should get success, and you should call me back saying that, sir, I got success. I am waiting for that one. Okay, so I wish you all the best students. Try to write this examination RRB, POs and clerk in a proper way, and simultaneously start your preparation for IBPS PO, clerk and specialist officer also. The freshers, you start your preparation for next year SBI PO also. I wish you once again all the best students. Thank you very much, and we will meet you in the next class in which I am going to discuss the strategy for IBPS PO and clerk. Thank you very much students.